What's up guys, welcome to another video. This is going to be part 56 of me reacting to that vegan theater, so let's get started.
So I just heard in the news that the number of suicides in the United States went up last year. Now, many of you know that when people die, it doesn't exactly always make me feel sad if I know that they are people who paid for the murder of innocent animals.
Hold on. What is that? Are these dogs? And they look like, I don't think anyone needs dogs, but they look somewhat like, can you tell me if they are dogs? And if they are not, what animals are these?
If people were hurting cats and dogs by the billions, you'd feel exactly the same way as I do. The problem is that your species is, and I'm not. You eat animals, you wear them, you exploit them, you pay for them to be incarcerated, kidnapped. And vegans, they don't. It's not that we think that we're better than you. It's just that we've had the courage to watch the documentaries that you refuse to watch. So you really just don't understand what you're paying for.
Do not watch the Minion. Do not watch the Minion. What's anything other than the Minion?
Do you know what speciesism is? It's the first form of racism that's taught.
I know what speciesism is. It's a word that doesn't exist.
And unfortunately, our parents shoved corpses down our throats without us ever consenting when we were small. And this is something that I'm working to change. I think that we have a right to maintain our vegan virginity. That is to say, we have a responsibility when it comes to the younger generation not to feed them any corpses because they just can't consent to it. Imagine if you are able to grow up and at the age of 18, you then can make up your own mind about what you put in your body. But when you're little, your parents make sure that you are safe and pure and clean and that there are no corpses in there that they have put there. Later on, obviously, you can make up your own mind, and hopefully by then you'll realize, hey, I'm a healthy, happy vegan, and you won't end up eating any animals. Now, I can already picture all of you people out there who are saying that, what about lions? But, you're not a lion. And I can also picture all of you saying, what about the people up north? Aren't you being racist or somehow a colonist or whatever? I'm not talking about people who have no choice. I'm talking about you. You have a choice. You have moral agency. You can make the decision to be kind-hearted, to buy lentils, beans, tofu, everything in the grocery store except the corpses and anything stolen from animals. Does it make me see red when I find out that people are hurting animals? Of course it does. But does it make me happy to find out that the suicide rate has gone up? No, it really doesn't. It makes me feel really sad. Why, you might ask? Well, because these are all people who had the potential to care. Maybe many of them didn't even know what happens to the animals. Or maybe they did. Maybe that's exactly why they took their own lives. There are many people right now who are suffering from dystopia, the anguish of being vegan in a non-vegan world. It can be excruciatingly painful when you find out how zombie-like everyone around you is, when even your friends and family continue to hurt animals, even when you beg them to stop. Students tell me all the time how agonizing it is when they find out that their parents are actually not as kind as they thought they would be. So what can we do to help the younger generation to feel like they matter, like they're important, like we care about them, like we don't want them to hurt themselves? Having spent a lot of time on social media and seen how vegan-phobic people are, but then after having looked at their accounts, closely, and seeing often that they seem like really sad people, just desperate for some sort of attention. You see them hugging their cats and playing with their guinea pigs and their gerbils. And they clearly don't want to hurt animals. But then they must feel completely lost. I mean, it does take some sort of bravery to be vegan in this non-vegan world. So how can we help them? Well, one of the things that I always try to do is to remind people that they matter and that the animals definitely need them. Even if you're not fully vegan yet, you can start to do animal rights activism right here on TikTok and on YouTube. You don't have to be a full-out vegan in order to start doing vegan animal rights activism. On YouTube or TikTok, you can simply be honest with people. I mean, just tell them that you saw my channel. Tell them that you don't want to hurt animals and that you want to start to be vegan. Be honest about it. Film your journey. Film your times when you're feeling weak. Film yourself crying when you see the animals suffering, and film yourself crying when you see people around you eating them and how it's complex. You can even film yourself looking right at the camera and saying, look, my friends are all over there at McDonald's eating a burger, and you can tell people that you really want to go too because you miss the taste and you miss your friends, you know? My point is that no matter what stage you're at, we need you on this planet to be alive. We don't want people to hurt themselves. We want you to help us to save the animals and also to save yourself. So think about it. Thanks for being here. Stay alive. I'll see you in the next video.
Let's read the comments. See what? Oh, Cesar gave an excellent answer, not spreading her propaganda. Let me see this. Why? He's just pretty give actual answers. Like what? Miss Katie teaching me what not to do on YouTube. Huh? See if you would like to beat, baby. Covering a meat eater to be a necessitated. It's not this hard to see ingredients. Chicken. Hmm.
2023, you have actual grown.
I feel compelled to speak because I'm the highest.
Wait, what does it say? Like, like this is it like? Can somebody tell me what like this says? Because like it's off screen.
Ranking Jewish elect.
Hey, Senator Chuck Schumer, that's great. You feel like speaking out because you're Jewish. Let me ask you something. Besides talking about the war, do you also speak out against circumcision that is prevalent in your community?
What's circumcision? How? Like, what's that word? Like, I don't know what it means.
Apparently, you guys all think that God wants you to pin down little baby boys at 8 days old.
That vegan teacher is the only person I know who can turn anything into a subject about veganism.
And chop off the tip of their penises? Somehow you think that's okay? Even giving them a bit of wine to shut them up? Do you not realize that this is child abuse? This is genital mutilation of boys who don't consent to this? Do you realize that they actually have a right to their own body integrity? Did that ever occur to you? That circumcision routinely done by any community is messed up and should be illegal? I'd like to hear your opinion about that. If you care about rights, start there.
I feel compelled to speak.
This was this video.
This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video. Oh, water!
It's great. I think what Mr. Beast is doing is amazing. Building 100 wells to help people in Africa. Fantastic. I don't know why anyone would complain about it just because he's white and they're not. It's ridiculous. The only thing I would say to Mr. Beast is now what? How are you going to follow up to make sure that these people with their water are going to be able to grow crops? Are you helping them with greenhouses or with the education to grow beans and lentils and rice and oats and all?
Why can you not speak about veganism for 5 whole minutes?
All of these kinds of things that are going to sustain them to make sure that they don't end up building factory farms and making the situation worse. You have the ability to create a great world here, Mr. Beast, but don't screw it up. Make sure that you always emphasize veganism in all of your videos. Stop selling burgers that aren't vegan and stop selling...
I thought she stopped this Mr. Beast nonsense like 1 year ago. Why is she still attacking him? Like, is she coming back? That's because he has like 200 million subscribers. Wait, hold on.
Selling chocolate that isn't vegan. Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video. Oh, water!
We're
boycotting Burger King because in addition to a McDonald's, they also gave meals to the Israeli military.
You know what? This is great that you are boycotting Burger King. But, you know, I really hope that you also continue to boycott them after the war, because they're going to still keep on paying for murder. You know, peace begins on your plate.
Why? Look, I hate Burger King, but I rather support Burger King than this woman.
Right? So if you have a burger on there that has cheese on it, you know where that comes from? That comes from a cycle of violence where a male, a bull, was pinned down and somebody rubbed that bull inappropriately, stole his sperm, then pinned down the female and shoved the sperm into her. When the baby was born, they murdered the baby if it was a boy because, you know, he wouldn't be able to ever give milk. And they want the milk because they want to make the cheese, you know, for the Burger King burgers. So yeah, hey, this is great. I'm so happy that you are boycotting them. And, you know, obviously you're going to be vegan from now on, right? It's great. Super proud of you.
It doesn't. How do I report it? Wait, it doesn't. Report. Not for now on every video I watch that was made by that vegan eater, I'm reporting it. Misinformation, yes. See. Is he eating meat is bad. Okay, let's see what happens. I hope I don't get taken down for that.
Boycotting Burger King because in addition to...
Alright guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. See you in the next video, and also please subscribe. And so don't get mad at me because I reported that video.